All right, so we are back in the Morrowind. It's been a long time. It's been a very long time since our last recording session. I hope everything works and I still remember the controls, but if you remember, we were trying to, well, I guess I should say we lost an episode in the middle as well. So we basically walked to Urshilaku camp to try to progress the main story. And let's see if we can find our quest. Where we basically have to look at the prophecy, and the Nerevarine prophecy is the main quest line of Morrowind, and how well we either fit into or don't fit into the prophecies that... I wonder if we could find the Oh, I had a disturbing dream for sure. That's the Sleeper's Awake one. Yep, Cassius promoted me to the apprentice rank of the Blades, gave me the Emperor's secret orders, told me to read them. The Emperor thinks the Nerevarine prophecies are genuine and that I may be the Nerevarine. I'm being sent to Urshilaku camp to speak with the heads of the Nerevarine cult, Zulmatul and Nibani Mesa. I'll tell them my story and tell them to test me against the Nerevarine prophecies that report back to Cassis. Alright, here's Protan gave me a selection of scrolls, Somis Vunis gave me a selection of potions. Alright, so we walked all the way up to Urshilaku camp. There was, it was very difficult to find. Let's see, where's the map? Yeah, we're way up at the top of Morrowind up here. We discovered as many things as we could along the way. There's some Daedra shrines, some ancestral tombs, lots of stuff out here. But now we just have to get anyone to talk to us. I will hear you talk, Outlander. You want to speak with Tusul Matul? You want to speak to Nibani Mesa? Have they sent for you? No. If they have not sent for you, then you will not speak to them. You are an Outlander, and Sul Matul is our chief, and Nibani Mesa is our wise woman. They will not speak to you. Okay. But knowing that our previous cultural training that we had to get before we came to this location asks us to offer thoughtful gifts to get the people of the tribe to respect us, we can try thoughtful gift. Do you want to offer me a gift of tremor root? Well, Outlander, you are not proud, because I guess it's a cheap gift, but you are courteous, and in an Outlander, that is not a thing to be despised. Very well. I accept your gift, and thank you. Now maybe we can try talking. You are an Outlander, and you wish to talk of the Nerevarine prophecies. You are polite and well-mannered for an Outlander, and I do not think you mean to give offense. But why should you care about the Nerevarine prophecies? Nerevarine? Let's see. Nerevarine. Yeah, I think we should call it Nerevarine. I guess that's the technical way to say it. Nerevarine prophecies. What does an Outlander have to say to an Urshilaku of the Nerevarine prophecy. Well, I say I fulfill the Nerevarine prophecies, and I wish to speak to Sul Matul and Nibani Mesa. This is what we want. I don't know if this comes across as really prideful. Say I know little and am curious. We do want him to respond to us and give us what we want, though. Let's swing for the fences. I do not believe what I am hearing. You think you are the Nerevarine, and you wish to speak to Sul Matul and Nibani Mesa. You do not look like the Nerevarine, but you do not speak like a fool or a madman. This is a puzzle. I tell you, go speak with Zabamund in his yurt. He is a Gulakan, Sul Matul's champion, and he will decide what is right. Okay, your journal has been updated. Well, thank you, I guess. Oh. I guess we gave him another trauma root. Oh. I happen to have quite a lot of trauma root at the moment. Thank you for the thought, but keep this gift for yourself. Okay. Let's see what he knows. I am a hunter. I range across the Ashland wastes hunting for meat and hides. I know the native creatures of Vardenfell and know to avoid the diseased creatures and the blighted creatures, for they are foul and worthless and deadly to the careless hunter. I know the Ashlands and the Grazelands, Azura's coast and Molag Amur, and can tell you of these places. Huh. I do want to know about those places. Red Mountain is the great mountain of fire at the center of Ardenfell. The outer slopes are steep and rugged and dotted with surface lava. Beasts and servants of the devil Dagath-Ur live on Red Mountain. The settled people build a magical barrier called Ghost Fence to keep the evils inside. Within the Ghost Fence, rain never falls and the sun never shines. The only weather is the red and deadly ash blight. The Zainab camp, Zainab camp is in northeast of Ardenfell, southwest of Vos village, in the rolling plains of the Grazelands. Here, let me mark it on your map. Head southwest from Vos across the Grazelands until you strike the foothills, then south, keeping the foothills on your right. When you pass the Dwemer ruins of Nukleft on the western edge of the Grazelands, you'll cross an east-west road. Zainab camp is 8 or 10 yurts east of the hills and south of that road. Okay. How does he feel about Nords? The Nords of Skyrim are the ancient enemies of the Dunmer. In the time of the prophet Veloth, the Nords invaded our lands and drove us out of the good places. Later we grew strong and cunning, and we came down and slew them, and took our land back. Since then, we have kept our land free of the Nords, but they are always scheming to return and steal our good places. Interesting. Nerevar. In ancient days, the Deep Elves and a great host of outlanders from the west came stealing the land of the Dunmer. In that time, Nerevar was the great Khan and war leader of the House people, but he honored the ancient spirits and the tribal law, and became as one of us. So when Nerevar pledged upon his great ring of the ancestors, one clan under Moon and Star, to honor the ways of the spirits and the rights of the land, all the tribes joined the House people in fighting the great battle at Red Mountain. Though many Dunmer tribesmen and housemen died at Red Mountain, the Dwemer were defeated and their evil magics destroyed, and the Outlanders driven from the land. But after this great victory, the power-hungry Khans and the great houses slew Nerevar in secret, set themselves up as gods, and forgot Nerevar's promises to the tribes. But Nerevar will come again to cast down the false gods, and by the power of his ring will make good his promises, honor the spirits, and drive the outsiders from this land. Okay. Well, that's pretty cool. I mean, we could do that. I'm sure we could fit that on the schedule. Nerevarine. We Ashlanders have a prophecy that one day a reincarnation of the legendary hero Nerevar will unite the Dunmer against the Outlander invaders, driving them from our land and restoring the ancient faith and honor of the dark elven peoples, as taught us by the prophet Veloth. You are an Outlander, so it is not proper that we should speak with you about this. I mean, if we do end up doing that, wouldn't that be against the Empire? You know? Like, the Emperor just sent us to this place to fulfill the prophecy. Is the Emperor being guided by gods to do that? Because it doesn't seem in the Empire's best interest to have local Dunmer literally kick out all foreign invaders, considering the Empire makes all its money on trade. And also is in control, kind of Morrowind. Although, the Empire was led by Queen Baronzaya, who's a dark elf, so... yeah, maybe... I don't have enough information to really check yet. Okay, and this is just more. How do you feel about Khajiits? The Khajiit are savage half-men of the southern deserts and jungles. They are ignorant and superstitious, but they are clever and dangerous. Our fathers used to keep them as slaves, but they are sneaky and untrustworthy. The settled people will keep them as slaves to feed them and keep their great houses clean. The cave rat is a subterranean variety of the hardy, abundant hunter-scavenger. Rat meat is tough and greasy, with an unpleasant odor and taste. Nonetheless, it is cheap, abundant, and nutritious, and palatable when cooked in a stew and masked by strong spices. Dageth is the devil and the enemy. Dageth and his beasts and servants are the source of many evils that beset the Dunmer and Morrowind. Dageth dwells in fiery caverns beneath Red Mountain, served by his kin called Ash Vampires, and by legions of deformed monsters. Okay. Little advice, go around trouble, leave it behind you, then return later, when you can give the trouble a big surprise. The ancient Dunmer stronghold at Valinvarayan. We have seen orcs there. Orcs worship Malakath. It is a bad place. The orcs are savage half-men that the Westerners call human. Interesting. They should go back to their mountains in the west and leave us alone. The Emperor uses them as his soldiers, and they are indeed fierce warriors, cunning with leather and steel. Background. I am Shabaniel, hunter and brother of the Ashlanders. Okay. Oh, not this one. Let's go to Zabamun's yurt. Yeah, he looks like a fighter.
Where is that slave?
I like his outfit. Talk, Outlander. Speak with respect, and I will listen. Give him a thoughtful gift. It is our custom among strangers. We honor this custom with gold. Oh, okay. Bribe? I guess? Everyone can always use some extra coin. What do you need? Well, we do have the money nowadays. It's good to be rich. Well, let's see. How does he think about Morrowind? Morrowind is the ancient homeland of the Dunmer people. Once long ago, this was our land, but now the creatures from the west have come, and the House Dunmer have meekly submitted to their rule. Now, in all the lands of the Morrowind, only the Ashlanders still lead the free, reverent lives of honor of the ancient Dunmer. Yeah. Morrowind Lord, the Imperial Legions are mighty warriors. No one can defeat them when they march in rows in open fields, but here, in our ashlands and wild places, they are no match for us. Okay. Neververine prophecies are not for outlanders. Why should Sul-Matul and Nabani Mesa speak to you about these things? Who are you that we should trust you? Offer to fight a duel to the death for the light to speak to Sul-Matul. Boast of worthy deeds, demand the right to speak. I don't think that would be the best option for us. Tell all I have learned of the Sixth House and the Neverine and ask humbly to speak to Sul-Matul, or offer to pay a tribute of 200 gold to speak to Sul-Matul. He does seem to like gold. Let's try this first, though. All of that may be true, and I'm sure you think it is very important, but it has nothing to do with us, at least not the way you tell it. I'm sorry, but I will not let you bother Sul-Matul or Nabini Misa with all this. Okay. Well, let's try the gold. Gold talks in every language. Yes, a gift of 200 gold coins. That is an earnest proof of your respect. Yes, I believe you should speak with our Ashkan. Perhaps he will be angry with me, but I think I can bear that. Yeah, you could bear it with 200 gold. You can bear it all the way to the bank. Although, the tribal people would never trust banks. Go to the Ashkan's yurt and speak with Sul-Matul. Ask him your questions and tell him I have sent you. Okay. Well. I've been told to go speak with Zabamund, Agal Khan, Ullah Khan, Sul-Matul's champion, and in his Zabamund's yurt. If Zabamund gives me permission, then I may enter the Ashkan's yurt and speak with Sul-Matul. I've persuaded Zabamund that I must speak to Sul-Matul. Now I must go to the Ashkan's yurt and tell Sul-Matul that Zabamund has sent me. Okay. We're visiting the whole tribe, it seems like. We really are going 100%. Ashkan's yurt? Yep. Okay, I don't know that person, I don't know that person. Alright, let's give it a shot. Oh, nice hat. Sul-Matul. Alright. Yes, Tiberi, you wish to talk with me about the Neverine prophecies. Go ahead. I am very curious. Oh, he already knows who I am. I do want to... I mean, he's a chief. He probably knows lots of stuff about the surrounding tribes. Mesa Camp is on the northeast, the farthest tip of Vardenfell Island. North from Telmora, near an old Daedric ruins of Al Daedroth. Okay, cool. What about a thoughtful gift for you? Do you want to offer me a gift? Good. I'm not proud. I like gold. This is the custom you Outlanders call a bribe, yes? Ha! Sure, why not? You got 52 right now. Let's bribe him a little bit. Oh no, you cannot purchase honor with gold, which... No. Maybe 100. Okay, well, it's free. If you insist, I must not refuse. Yeah, I do insist. I'm just bribing everybody. Urshilaku. I want to hear what he says about his own tribe. There's no better source than straight from the chief's mouth. Although it's probably going to be political. The Urshilaku are the Ashlanders of the northern Ashlands of the West Gash. I am the chief of the Urshilaku, and Nibani Mesa is our wise woman, a deep and shrewd counselor, and seer of the Neverine cult. Okay. This is the Urshilaku camp. And then we get directions to the other one. Alright, this is the standard stuff for the Nerevar. I trade. I do not like to boast, but my people call me a champion, a noble warrior of the Ashlanders. I have the duty of protecting the honor of the tribe in peace and war. Nice. He sees it as an honor of protecting. Alright, Nerevarine prophecies. You think you fulfill the Nerevarine prophecies? You wish to be tested to see if you are the Nerevarine. The Nerevarine. No Outlander may join the Nerevarine cult. If you were a clan friend, an adopted member of the Ashlander tribes, then perhaps. I have an initiation rite in mind. If you pass this rite, I will adopt you as a clan friend of the Ashlanders, and then I will submit you to Nabani Mesa, our wise woman, who is skilled in oracles and mysteries, and who will test you against the prophecies. Okay. Initiation rite. To be adopted into the tribe, you must undergo a harrowing. In a harrowing, you will be judged by the spirits and ancestors to see if you are worthy. Go to the Urshilaku burial caverns and fetch me Sul Senipul's bone-biter bow. Sul Senipul was my father, and his spirit guards his bone-mold longbow deep in the burial caverns. Return to me with this bow, and I will adopt you into the Ashlander tribes as a clan friend. Okay. Wow. It looks like we gotta go dungeon diving. Classic fantasy gameplay. Alright. Urshilaku Burial Caverns. The burial caverns lie to the south-southeast of the camp, a north-facing door in a little hill halfway between us and the slopes of Red Mountain. Go north from the camp to the water, then turn east. At a rock cairn on the beach. Interesting. Turn and head straight south until you find the door. The spirits of our ancestors guard the caverns. They will attack and will kill you if they can. Force your way past them or evade them, get the bow, and return to prove your worthiness. Alright. So it's important that he suggests that we don't have to beat all of the ghosts. We just have to get the bow and come back. So if we sprint, if we were a scout character and we were very fast and we just sprinted past everything and could quickly search and find the bow and were very defensive, this would be a way to solve this mission with non-combat. The ghost fence is a magic wall around Red Mountain. Yep. Okay. Ghost Gate is a great warrior's fort of the settled people. It blocks the only hole in the magic wall that keeps Dagoth-Ur and his evil trapped inside. These warriors serve false gods, but they are brave fighters. Okay. No, thank you, Sul Matul. I guess we'll save. Alright, let's get going. I must go to Urshilaku Burial Caverns to retrieve Bonebiter, the bone mold longbow of Sul Matul's ancestor, Sul Senipul. Sul Matul says that the Urshilaku Burial Caverns lie to the south-southeast of Urshilaku Camp, halfway between the camp and the slopes of Red Mountain. He warns me that the Ashlander ancestral spirits guard these burial chambers. So, the burial caverns are south-southeast of the camp, but the door is north-facing. So he says to go north first, and then east, and then turn south, and head straight south until you find the door. Alright, let's do our best to actually follow the directions that someone gave us. Okay, north until we hit the water, then east. Thank you for your help, Hunter. The other question is our character really equipped to deal with this? Let's see, we're going for willpower and agility. I think we have Light armor equipped. Gothran cephalopod helm. Yep. Alright, so destruction, not conjuration, but healing, and mysticism, alteration, not enchantment, speed and speed. Alright, so destruction appears to be what is going to be most effective, which is nice because we're going to be fighting ghosts. I really don't like being out in the storm. I really don't want to catch a blight. Oh, there's the cairn. Nice. Got a lot of wildlife in this area. Gar, rats. Alright, straight south. Seems like it follows this Boyeda undulation. Pick up some plants for our trouble. I want to keep my stamina high. And we are moving slow because we're going straight into the wind. Really don't want to mess with that cliff racer right there. There seems to be quite a bit of cliff racers to handle. Wow, a lot of wildlife. Oh, I think I see it. I don't want to get into any unnecessary fights before we have to go through a big dungeon. You might try sneaking, actually. You're really bad at stealth, but I think it's kind of essential. I just keep getting a sound of like repairing something on the armor. Oh, we finally achieved stealth. Actually, we have a level up in agility already. So, sneak is agility. We are, you know, terrible at it, but more trauma root. And we gave away a lot of trauma root earlier. So, might be good to replenish our stock for making some potions. Although this level up should be a willpower level up. Okay. Londo Ancestral Tomb. I don't think that is the right one for us. Huh. Curious about what's that there on the floor. Bones, it looks like. I wonder if I went too far east. I say as I continue to go east. Well, gotta say I'm a little confused. Yeah, again, the game is really good about having sightline breakers that can pack a lot of things in a small area. Oh, maybe that's it. I don't want to fight that Guar. Or Kaguti. Sorry, it's not a Guar. Kaguti. I hear ghost sounds around here. Kinda spooky. Wonder if our sneak has gone up 3. No, it has not. Okay. Oh, wow. Oops, sorry. This is, yep, Urshilaku Astral Burial. That is what we wanted, isn't it? Look at this. Amazing. Mummy, huh? Well. Oh. Ash salts and bone meal. Alright, I guess that's worth picking up. Ah. Gosh, how pretty. Okay, this might be worth a save. Oh. Okay. There's a little rat here. I think and a skeleton. Oh, the skeleton immediately noticed me. It's now buffing. Not our best start. Could try a shock ball. That is kind of a strong, oh, it hit it in mid-air. Alright, okay, let's just get some, good old-fashioned Ancestral Ghost on the field here. Go, skeleton. Skeleton fight. Oh, wow. Skeleton Frost Mage. Interesting. This must be from Morrowind Rebirth. Alright. Good job, Skeleton Frost Mage. Got some rat meat. Let's do store health week. Perhaps. What is the sign for resting? T. Rest until healed. Get our magic back. Maybe shock touch. I wonder if we can levitate up there. And I wonder how big this cave is. Oh, we got another skeleton. This seems like a very strong enemy. Let's see. Damage 10 points on health. Yeah, I think we need to use the skeleton here. Maybe even this one as well. Jeez. Wow. That was pretty difficult. I used a lot of our magicka. Okay, long sword. Sure. Okay, well. This is going to be a difficult dungeon. I can already tell. I'm gonna have to play it pretty safe. At least our destruction spells are working, but the problem is we don't have a lot of magicka total, like overall. And I'm struggling to find a way to fix that. Ah, so pretty. This is a very old tomb. Definitely has that ancient feeling. I wonder if I could jump over there. Oh. Doesn't look like it. Of course, we have a levitation amulet also. Ah. Yes! Ah, success! Awesome. Yep, here we go. Alright, an easier skeleton. Yep, there's another one. Our sneak is really not doing us many favors. Oh, wow. Well, we are really taking a lot of damage. Certainly are. Alright. Great. Another skeleton frost mage. Taking up a lot of our magicka here. Do a rest till healed. Save. Just taking these little encounters one at a time. Slowly building up that destruction magic. Got 2 in willpower now. Destruction at 54. Yeah, maybe 45. Maybe we should save all of our level ups for willpower on restoration. Could be good. Or, to be honest, alteration. Maybe shielding. Can start doing shielding. These ash shelts are good loot because they're very light, but they still sell for a lot. Yep, value 25. Bone meal, of course, is less, but we can use it to make potions. I think I see something over there. I'm a little concerned about that. Gonna check my surroundings really quick. Make sure we get our bearings. Approach it like D&D. Cautiously. Carefully. Don't want to get surprised. Yeah, do you see that over there? Gotta sneak, and you gotta look around. Black lichen. Lots of ingredients here. Scroll of Grey Weakness. Drains strength. Very good. Scroll of Hellfire. I usually just sell scrolls. I haven't seen you stream it forever, says ANOI Horse. Well, thank you. Yeah, it's been a long time. Work has been very busy at the university. But I appreciate the support. Oh, we couldn't quite jump up there. That's pretty high, even for me. Even in real life. This is a huge cavern. Looks like it splits into 2 branches. We got the right and the left. I want to check out this body, though. Can't jump from water. You know what we can do, though, is levitate. Oh, I failed to cast the spell. How embarrassing. It just shows us how much more magicka we really need. Silver Flame Skewer. 2-handed spear. 6 to 26. You know, we have a spear right now. And if it's the same weight and value, yeah, it's actually more valuable because it has fire damage. I'll take it. You know, that's amazing for us. That literally replaces our weapon right now. We have a full weapon upgrade. It's 100% better. I love that. 4 to 14, also not bad on the Jink Blade there. We're leveling up speed. That'd be fantastic, but hey, not terrible. For their main quest storyline, completely better. Alright, we got chitin gauntlets on the right. The Morag Tong ones, I believe, are better, but they're still good to sell. Some Imperial Chain Curious medium armor, medium armor, heavy armor, tower shield for light armor. Yeah, if I wasn't using a spear, the shield would be really nice. Lockpick and Journeyman's, I always love having those. Alright, dead adventurer. Cannot remove this corpse. I wonder what killed him here. Huh. He had a mix of all kinds of different armors, so maybe let's drop the heavy armor. Yeah, some of this is pretty high quality. 8 for 24. 20 for 150. 8 for 75. Oh. No, we do need lockpicks. This is level 20, so we'll use the lowest one we have. I think it's apprentices, yeah. Lock too complex. Okay. Maybe the Journeymans? Failed. Failed. Used up. Okay. Yes, it worked. 25 gold. Nice. We, doing security is really good for us because it lets us increase our intelligence without, using up a magicka stat. We're maxed out on weight, so I'm just gonna drop some armor at the front here, because we're probably gonna have to come back out this way anyway. Also, we will fight better without being weighed down by a bunch of stuff. It's so weird not to use the silver spear that we've had for so long. Alright, but that's, you know, about half of our weight. We just were able to kind of leave here. We might also want to repair some armor. Oh. Ah, okay. Maybe our acrobatics is just not high enough, or not wearing light enough armor. Let's try left first. Oh. We drew our lockpick. Okay. Silver flame skewer. Nice work. Rat meat. Latreus burial. I think I remember this exact room is when I stopped when I was like 13 in high school. Right, Morrowind is the one before Skyrim. No, Oblivion is the one before Skyrim. Morrowind is the one before Oblivion. Directional awareness in RPGs is a key difficulty component. It is easy to get kind of lost and turn around. But yeah, I think I remember this waterfall. I think in the base game there was like a ghost that was really hard and killed me. But I also, when I was younger, I was not very careful. And I had a hard time like remembering things. I wonder if our stealth has gone up like at all from us sneaking around. 3. No, it has not. Wow, really careful on the navigation here. Oh, look at that! A book! That's a cool hat, also. I think I remember trying to jump up here when I was younger. Urshilaku fragile burial. Yeah, look at that. The 4 Suitors of Beneath. Okay, well, let's save this. I wonder what it will say. Restoration skill, exactly the skill I wanted. Alright. The 4 Suitors of Benitah. Up until he was 10 years old, owning Parnaphasius was in an elite group of the very best families of Nissus. They went to the very best tailors, shared the same tutors, played in the same exclusive company. When his mother died and his father discovered that the money they had been living on was based on a thief's salary, he suddenly found himself on a very different kind of society. On a very different kind of society. Interesting phrasing there. One that he had been ill-equipped to deal with. They were poor. Welcome to the club. I mean, I guess it is harder to go from rich to poor because you don't have any of the survival skills. But, you know, at least you had a rich time. Owen eventually learned to make a living at the only skill he seemed to be well suited for, gardening. Oh, nice. That's a cool... What a cool identity. In time, he had grown an impressive garden of willow anther, gold connet, chokeweed, white bloatroot, and trauma shrubs. Interesting that they phrase, like, the garden as this, like, regenerating resource that you can sell, or at least, you know, the resources of growing plants is, you know, that's a great way to phrase it. I've never really thought about it that way, but if you're really poor, getting good at gardening can be really nice. I think it also costs, you know, something, and many people are just barely scraping by, but if you can make a profit off of gardening, then I think it would be good. He'd also grown himself into a remarkably uninteresting man. Aw, that's sad for gardeners. Aside from his gardening, he had little to say for himself. Unlearned, uncharismatic, unathletic, uncoordinated. Wow, big downer for this guy. You know, those are all things you can change, though. You know, read a few books, go to the library, you know, charismatic is difficult to really quantify, but practice with socializing often leads to charisma. And then unathletic and uncoordinated, you could change that. And yet he yearned. Specifically, he yearned for a girl he had known before all his trouble, a sweet thing with curly locks and a joyous laugh named Benitah Gorgoth. Once, when at play, he had pushed a bully away who was trying to hurt her. Jesus Christ, children are terrible. And the look of appreciation she gave him was enough to make all his days since then worth their while. Aw. I mean, you shouldn't, create your identity based on a relationship, especially a romantic relationship, but that's cute. Very romantic. Good for a book. As he tended his garden one springtide, not very many years ago, he heard some people talking through the thick, tall trauma shrubs about the marriage of Sindura Indoril Pavflek Mamuna. Wow, that's a lot of names. Once one of the wealthiest and most respected nobles in Nissus, and Sergio Benitah Gorgoth. See, we've been to Nissus also. Nissus is close by this region. His heart fell. She had found another, a mere 9 years since she had given him that look while at play. Just because a girl is nice to you doesn't mean you get to own her, but, you can pine, I guess. As spring turned into summer and summer into fall, Onin began to sell his herbs, including some to Kenna Yakin Bale, a prominent healer in town. He had been a tutor to both Benitha and Onin, and told the young man that the lady's husband was not very well. Onin held back his happiness and continued on his errands. Not long afterwards, Sadura Indoril Pavflek Mamuna fell ill and died, despite all the skills of the great healers, including Yakin Bale. When Onin came to deliver the herbs that day, he said, "If you are still in communication with Benitah, please give her my sympathies." "Nikau," said Yakin. "If I could get a word in with all her counselors, they are trying to find her a new husband, and she has made it clear that she will only marry the strongest man in Morrowind." This is a typical chivalric setup. "Who is that?" asked Onin. "Horath the Strong," replied Yakin. "It is said that he can lift a wagon with but his forefinger and thumb." "You could teach me a spell that will fortify my own strength," said Onin. "I beg you to teach it to me now." "Very well," replied Yakin, "but in return, I want your next season's worth of trauma root, all to myself." Onin agreed, and Yakin taught him the spell to fortify his strength. It took him some time. I wonder if trauma root can be made into a strength potion. Onin agreed that Yakin taught him the spell to fortify his strength. It took him some time to master it, visualizing magicka streaming through his body, pumping through the very fibers of his muscles for a time, giving him strength far beyond the puny power nature had intended. When Onin met Horath on the street of Nissus, he cast the spell and challenged him to a duel of strength. "I am Horath the Strong," said Horath the Strong predictably. "Witness as I lift this wagon with but my thumb and forefinger." Yeah, selling herbs, right, exactly. He's a definite drug dealer. And he did so. "I am Nimlom the Mighty," said Onin, taking some artistic liberty. "Witness as I lift the stable that houses your wagon with but my forefinger." And he did so too. So this is pretty clearly an old Dunmer tale, because it's set in this region. But it is really fun. It's very artistic, as ancient stories are. The word went out quickly throughout Morrowind. The strongest man alive was in the province. Owen, I guess it's Owen, went to visit his friend Yakin Bale. Her lady Benitah Benitah, I think, has heard of the strength of Nimlom the Mighty, and has said that she was mistaken. She was not looking for a man of strength to marry, but a man of intelligence, a great scholar, the greatest in all Morrowind. Who is that? Asked Owen. Kenna Warfel Thomasin, replied Jankin. It is said that he can best any man or woman in a battle of wits. You can teach me a spell that will fortify my own intelligence, said Owen. I beg you to teach it to me now. Very well, replied Yakin, but in return, I want your next season's worth of white bloatroot all to myself. So I think bloatroot fortifies your intelligence. Owen agreed, and for the next couple of weeks, Yakin taught him the spell and trained him in its use. He taught him how to entrench his mind for the sudden assault of awareness and aptitude that would assail it, how to give himself to the sudden thoughts and theorems that would invade his consciousness. Is that how to be smart? Just have ADHD? When he met Warfel Thomasin in the Mages Guild of Nissus, he cast his spell and gave the challenge. I am Kenna Warfel Thomasin, and I can prove that Akatosh, Nirn, and Oblivion are one, said Warfel. So Akatosh, Nirn, and Oblivion are the realms, they're the spiritual realms of the world, said Warfel, writing out the mathematical formula that showed it was so. I am Kenna Zombel Mokafa, and I can prove that you do not exist, said Owen. He wrote out the mathematical formula, which proved correct, and Kenna Warfel Thomasin vaporized on the spot. Wow. Okay. It's interesting he's using the same two names in front. Or, well, Kenna at least. Instead of Warfel, Zombel, I guess. I wonder if this is meant to rhyme in original Dunmer or in a different language. The word went out quickly throughout Morrowind. The most intelligent man alive was in the province. Owen went to visit his friend, Yakin Bale. Her lady Benitah has heard of the intelligence of Kenna Zombel Mokafa, and has said that she was mistaken. She was not looking for a man of intelligence to marry, but a man of endurance, a rock, the greatest in all Morrowind. Who is that? Asked Owen. I would say Master Kombova, said Yadkin. They say he can stand in blue flames for 20 minutes. Wow. So he gives himself a different name every time. How's the girl supposed to know it's him? Yeah, exactly. I mean, I think it's his low self-esteem initially of not just being himself and thinking that he's like not worth really dating that girl because of the poverty trauma that he probably had when he was in childhood. That's getting in his own way. You know, guys will do crazy shit to get to think that they can get a girlfriend without actually addressing any of their own self-esteem issues or trauma, or actually making themselves better. This is a great story. I love it. You can teach me a spell that will fortify my own endurance, said Owen. I beg you to teach it to me now. Very well, replied Yakin, but in return, I want your next season's worth of chokeweed all to myself. Oh, chokeweed probably helps with endurance. Owen agreed, and for the next several weeks, he learned the spell to make his endurance like that of the oldest stone. He learned how to shrug off the effects of frost, poison, fire, and charges of lightning, pulling the pain into a reservoir of magicka and expelling it. The lesson learned, he came across Master Kombova at the Madak trade house. My name is Master Kombova, said the fellow, nudging the witch next to him. Kenna Lays cast a ball of blue flame for me, and he sat in the inferno of flame for 20 minutes before he left. Master Kombova, my name is Master Vompf, said Owen. Kenna Lays cast a ball of blue flames for me. Owen sat in the inferno of blue fire for very nearly an hour before he left. The word went out quickly throughout Morrowind. The toughest man alive was in the province. Owen went to visit his friend, Yakin Bale. Her lady Benitah has heard of the endurance of Master Vomf, he said, not entirely approving of Owen's latest sobriquet. Fake name, I believe, is what a sobriquet is. And has said that she was mistaken. She was not looking for a man of endurance to marry, but a man of agility, a nimble acrobat, the greatest in all Morrowind. Who is that? Asked Owen. I would say Bunskrazovt Priff, said Yakin. They say he is the greatest shield blocker and pickpocket in Morrowind. Wow, this, sorry, real quick. I'm just going to turn the audio music down a little bit. Okay. Okay, so shield blocking and pickpocketing is an agility skill. I really like the names, Funscroft Priff. If you're looking for good names for D&D, look up some Elder Scrolls stuff. They have great names. You could teach me a spell that will fortify my own agility, said Owen. I beg you to teach it to me now. Very well, replied Yakin, but in return, I want your next season's worth of gold connet all to myself. Owen agreed, and Yakin taught him the spell that would fire his impulses with magicka. Over several weeks, he learned how to supplant his own natural energy with the spells, how to view the world at a slower pace a man with advanced agility sees. In time, Owen came upon Funscroft in a field outside the city, doing his regular exercises. Owen cast his spell and approached the acrobat. Ah, behold the power of the amazing Funscroft Priff, said the aforementioned, and prompted his sparring partner to attack him with his sword. He blocked the blows effortlessly with a shield for 10 minutes, and then revealed afterwards that he had pickpocketed the young man's purse. Very impressive, Sir Priff. Now behold the power of the remarkable Gazoof Moog, said Owen, and prompted Priff's sparring partner to attack him with his sword. After 20 minutes of blocking the man's blows with his shield, he revealed that he had pickpocketed Funzacraft Priff's purse. The word went out quickly throughout Morrowind. The most agile man alive was in the province. Owen went to visit his friend, Yakin Bale. The door was closed this time, and he heard voices within. Have you heard about the remarkable Gazoof Moog? Yakin Bale was asking. He sounds like a very promising suitor. The truth is, Kenna, that I have no more interest in him that I had in Nilom the Mighty, Kenna Zomfel Mokfa, or Master Vomf, replied a feminine voice that seemed familiar to Owen. I will have to invent a new test for suitors while I search for my true love. You don't wish to marry the strongest, most intelligent, toughest, most agile suitors? Asked the old healer. No, not at all, said the woman. I had to make some kind of test to rebuff the advances of so many men interested in my money and the money of my late husband. The truth is that I've never forgotten the young boy who was so kind to me when I was a little girl, and so brave fighting off the bullies. His name was Owen Parnafasius. Owen burst into the room and was reunited with Benitah. They were married at once. A week later, he returned to Yakin Bale and learned how to fortify his personality in exchange for the next season's worth of Willow Anther. Then they lived happily ever after. It's great that he needed to get his personality up to within a week of being married. Like, that's how quick it took to be like, oh, I need to get better at this. What a good story, though, right? Oh, that's fantastic. I definitely want this book. Take. Ah. What a great game. Oh. Oh, no. I'm falling. Oop. Okay. Yeah, let's fully explore this room first, and then we can go to some of the doors. Wow, it's pretty big. I wonder if there's any secrets I could discover with levitate. Kind of don't want to waste a levitation thing because my magic is so low. Urshilaku Kifa burial. Okay, so this is a very large catacomb with many families. I guess burial kin in them. But we're looking for the Sul one. Yeah, Sul Senepool. Really pretty area though. Oh, that's a weapon. That's a glass weapon up there. That seems great. I wonder if we can get up there a different way. Yep. Kakuna burial. Yeah, there's definitely a few Urshilaku Juno burial. Yeah, this seems to be an acrobatics test. Oh, wow. Oh. Oh, man. Amulet of Frost. Frost damage, 1 to 15 points on touch. Great. Mage Bane, a long blade, one-handed glass. Resist magic at 25% for 60 seconds on self. Really good. That's a very strong enchantment. Value is 10,000 gold. Yep, I'm not doing Longblade on this character, but if I was, that would be an excellent use. Alright, let's do levitation. Nether salts. Whoa. Restore Magicka, Chameleon, 50 value? Yes, please. Don't appear to be holding anything. Okay. 10 points. I have 30 seconds of levitate, right? Okay, so I guess we're gonna have to examine whether it's worth it to go into every single one of these burial chambers and fully loot them all, because it can take a long time, and we're already past an hour. So I think I'm gonna call it here. My levitation just ran out. Yeah, and I will probably make another episode pretty soon, but I just wanted to make sure that our episodes were close to 1 hour. All right, thank you so much, Anime Seahorse, for dropping by. Big shout outs to you, and yeah, I will see you guys later. We made a lot of progress on the main storyline, and also just what a beautiful dungeon. All right, peace.